What's up, all my movie loving maniacs? This your boy, Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor, and Marvel's What If just wrapped its third and final season recently, and it is the reason why I have not sat down to watch Squid Game Season 2 yet. As of when I'm recording this episode, I'm one episode deep onto that show so far, but I have sat down and watched all the episodes of Marvel's What If. So let's review. So, as you already may know, Marvel's What If is an anthology series where we follow the Watcher as he goes through different alternate realities and timelines throughout the Marvel Cinematic Universe, basically like, what if this happened instead of this? Now, I really enjoyed the first season of What If. I know some people had issues with it, but overall, I really enjoyed the first season of What If. I think it's probably one of my top three favorite shows that Marvel has put out on Disney Plus. And the Watcher, voiced excellently by Jeffrey Wright, became one of my favorite Marvel characters recently. I just like the concept of this character. I just like how he's basically just there just to watch all the different realities and is basically just watching movies. I can instantly relate to that. In fact, so much that a couple of years ago I made a painting of this character and with some broken glass that I found out of a FedEx truck. May not be the best looking painting, but hey, I made this at a time where I was really getting back into exploring some of my creative talents or exploring more creative ways to create stuff. But the point is, he was just an inspiration for something I wanted to paint. And the second season, which was released last year, every day during the holiday season, and they are doing that strategy again this year with this third and final season. But generally speaking, I did like the second season, despite the fact that they had a couple of weird episodes here and there. But overall, I did enjoy the second season. I still like the first season more, but the second season I thought was pretty decent. But this third season has been getting a lot of hate online. And honestly, I'm with them. This is definitely the weakest of the season. And mainly because I just felt like this season, it just got a little more weird. And it's probably a good thing that this is the final season. Because I think they're just starting to get a little too insane with this show. After the season was over, I already knew like the first season was my favorite, but I went back and counted how many episodes from season two that I like, and there are more episodes in that season that I like in this season. Now, the first episode, which is all the Avengers got mech suits, I thought it was fun, but it didn't leave that much of an impact on me. I mean, at the end of the day, this episode just reminded me of Power Rangers. But I did like all the stuff between Falcon and the Hulk. Episode 2, which is if Agatha went to Hollywood and worked with Kingo from the Eternals. Honestly, I really just didn't care for this episode. Now, the Bucky and Red Guardian episode, this is actually my favorite episode of the season, mainly because it ties into my favorite MCU movie, which is Captain America Civil War. It's basically if the Red Guardian joined Bucky, well, basically stopped Bucky from killing Tony Stark's parents. And the reveal that it was Obadiah Stane that ordered the kill on Tony Stark's parents, I thought that was clever, but also did that actually happen in the main timeline MCU? But overall, it was a partnership I did not know I wanted to see. Well, really, it's an appetizer for what we could see in Thunderbolts this summer. But I just thought this episode was really fun and took the characters into places that we haven't seen before. Now, this is the episode that really started to seal the deal for me about this season, and it's the episode where apparently Howard the Duck makes a baby with Darcy from the Thor movies, and voiced once again by Kat Dennings. Now, at first, I didn't really have no issue with this because one, I think it's kind of falls in line with Howard the Duck. I've never seen the Howard the Duck movie, but it just it's on brand for Howard the Duck. So, and plus, if Darcy was gonna sleep with anybody in this universe, it might as well be Howard the Duck. But it still doesn't change the fact that I was like Scott Calvin's ex-wife in the first Santa Claus movie. Never in my wildest dreams. Okay, maybe in my wildest dreams, but certainly never in my normal dreams. Episode 4 is basically if the emergence from the Eternals happened and Riri Williams, she's the only one that could basically save everybody, but the Watcher, he sees that it always ends badly for her, but this time he intervened and that gets the eye of the other Watchers, which I thought that was pretty interesting. Let's see where that goes. The 1872 episode, which is basically teams Shang-Chi and Kate Bishop, voiced by Simu Liu and Haley Steinfeld. funny because with her and all the Shamik Moore stuff. But anyways, this episode kind of falls in line with the episodes from season 2 where they're in the medieval times, which is probably one of my least favorite episodes. But I kind of like it here mainly because I just like the Western feel. And this episode I thought wasn't that bad. Didn't leave that much of an impact on me, but it was a pretty fun episode. And then episode 7, which is basically where the Watcher disappeared, and so what's left of the Guardians of the Multiverse, which consists of Captain Carter, Kahori from season 2, or as I like to call her, Super Pocahontas, Storm, Thor, whatever you want to call her, and she's voiced by Allison Seeley Lee Smith, whatever, the voice actress that plays the voice of Storm in the X-Men cartoon, and Birdie, who is voiced by Natasha Lyon, and is apparently the daughter of Howard the Duck and Darcy. But basically, they got back together to find out what happened to the Watcher. And quick side note, look, I really hate to be that guy. I really don't want to be that guy. And I have no problem. I love the Peggy Carter character in every universe, and I love me some Haley Atwell. But can we please stop trying to make her happen in this show? She's not going to happen. But overall, this was just a part 1 of a 2-parter, which leads me to the finale, which leads to the other Watchers, the main one voiced by Jason Isaacs, who you may remember as Lucius Malfoy from the Harry Potter movies. But anyways, they got the Watcher for basically disobeying them, and then they're fighting him and the lady Guardians of the Multiverse. But overall, to me, this was just a disappointing finale because, again, I have nothing against the Peggy Carter character, but she's the one to basically stop everything, and it just kind of ends on a bittersweet note, and then we get all these teases for other versions of different characters and realities that we didn't get to see, and I'm like, why didn't we do this? And look, I understand, like, people thought that this show would basically get to explore different versions of these characters, and I would have been into that. But what I love more about this show and what I like about the first season was it's basically like one single small change could branch out everything. And like, for example, became Star-Lord instead of Peter Quill, Captain Carter instead of Captain America. If Ultron won, if Killmonger executed his plan earlier. It's basically taking stories from the movies and taking them a different direction from where they originally had. And again, with the second season, it got a little bit weird, but overall, it's still in line. And then with this season, it just got a little too weird for me. And because of that, this show just didn't stick the landing. This show was amazing in concept, but over time, I just cared less and less about the show. And like I said, it's a good thing this is the final season because I'm not sad to lose this. And I don't know what Marvel is doing with the multiverse now. I know they're making a lot of changes. I don't know what's going to happen going forward, but who knows. But as for Marvel's What If Season 3, I'm going to give it a low thumbs up emoji. Only because there were some episodes that I did enjoy, but overall, it's not an enthusiastic thumbs up. It's just, this show could have been worse, but at the same time, it's still the weakest of the show. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. Have you seen What If Season 3? If so, let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. This your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.